I just wrote down, sorry, Tom crashed.
Nobody.
Have you started?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just go for a few minutes and see if people find us.
It doesn't show that you're up yet, live. So anyways, we're live though. Oh, we got 4 people. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. We're back.
Sorry, everybody. Massive technical difficulties. I don't know why. That's not my thing.
So where were we? We were talking about Bitfarm, I think.
Yes. So, if you give me just one
it's
second.
It's gonna be stupid for a second. They picked up all what we've been saying. So.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Are we real?
Yeah, we're real. So Bitfarm. Hey, Mark. So Bitfarm, where are you thinking?
Mark Twain. All right. Howdy. All right. Let me go to my. This is my Bitfarms chart. I think we're way away from just my short-term price target on Bitfarms. So for me, this is something I'm expecting to stay heavy in on for the next, probably for the rest of the year, I'm guessing, but we'll see what happens. I feel like this is going to pop kind of one at a time. These have been taking their turns, having a big run, and I know the reasons why Bitfarms is lagging behind, but at some point, it's going to have its run. It did take a run. You know, forever we were hanging out at or under $5, which was crazy. Got down to almost $4, which was totally insane. So my position got so big at that point, it was ridiculous. But it paid off because, you know, we got right back to 5, and now we're almost at 6. And I expect to get to 7. So
Yeah,
7's next, and that's not even close to my long-term projection. I will do another Bitfarms video, and I'm going to do the math again from a long-term standpoint, but you know, I can tell you it's multiples higher than where we are right now.
Whoa. Do you see the spread on DMG right now? Holy smokes.
No.
It's bad. Something must be going on with DMG, guys. I mean, you can't have that big of a spread and not have something happening.
Well, we're after hours, so
I know.
we're in
but
the
still,
Wild West.
It's 95 cents was the last trading, but now it's 0.39 and 106 is the ask. I guess it could just be stupid. But I thought
There's probably
after hours could still trade in Canada.
I assume they can still trade on their exchange after hours. I don't know that. I can't trade them after hours in any of the brokers that I use. It's over the counter in the United States. So for those of you in Canada, maybe you can tell us in the notes if you guys can trade this after hours. NSC, do I personally have a position in Cipher? Yes, I do. I have a position. It's not one of my largest positions, but I'm holding out hope for them in the long term. And they just went on a wild run. I mean, I think I'm up 40-something% since I bought them, and I didn't open that position very long ago. So it's
I'm sorry. Oh, you didn't?
no, well, you couldn't. It's pretty new, so you know I'm feeling real good about that one.
This is a great question. Thanks for watching in New Zealand, Justin. Here's a great question. What is the undervalued stock right this minute in the Bitcoin mining world, do you think?
Well, I'm going to give
but not financial advice. I mean,
I will tell
in your
you
opinion.
I believe I'll give you a specific answer, but I'm going to run to, if you see my screen, the top of this list, Hut, Bitfarms, CleanSpark, Marathon, Riot, Hive, Bit Digital. I guess I would stop there. I believe those are all undervalued. So that's where the bulk of my investments lie. I do have some investment in some things below that line and some other ones that I don't even show on here because, again, they're under 100 million or sometimes under 50 million in market cap. So I don't like to talk about those. But I think all the major miners are undervalued. I mean, none of these things are close to a valuation that makes sense in my opinion. And I'm just doing standard. There's a lot of different ways to value a company, but if you use PE, you'll be shocked when we start to see next year's quarterly reports. These will have, in my opinion, no choice but to take off because for the time being, Bitcoin just came into its own this year. At the beginning of the year, we ran from 10,000 to 60,000. Everybody's had to spend massive amounts of money on miners. They've had to dilute their shares of stock. So there's been all kinds of FUD that could be created to keep these suppressed in the short term. But that time is running out because you're going to see some financial numbers that are shocking.
Hey, CleanSpark, I know you said earlier that they ordered miners today. Do they go to jail for that? Sorry, just had to throw it in there.
Great.
Is that against the law? I'm just concerned. So anyways, which did they get the 195s or what
No.
did they get? Do you know?
No, I would have to double check. I think they got everybody's getting the 100s.
19s? Oh,
yeah, the 19s.
The S19s or whatever they're called.
So I think that's what they got. I'm not sure. But, they put out a little good news today. They had a nice day, up 5.75%, so they've had a big run. So I'm just going to do the...
You're just going to do the...
Just going to do the numbers here. Let's just look. Oh, that's not right. So...
Well, that's a good question, too. I'll wait until you finish that.
From September 29th until... Well, I'll go to the high of today. That's 71% in less than a month. So if I bring it down to where we closed. Yeah.
Wow.
So if, looks like we're right here. That's 62%. So, but the thing is, this is what I've been trying to say. If you guys have watched my channel, you'll know I've been kind of pounding the table that these are insane prices. So when this thing was down at $10 or $11, it could go up 100% just to get to 22, and I think 22 is low for this stock on a longer term basis. That doesn't mean I think it's getting to 22 tomorrow, but I think that, it's going far beyond that in my 12 to 18 month window. So these are all very undervalued. It does shift from day to day. When a stock has a 70% run up, or in this case, I guess a 62% run up, it's corrected itself a little bit. But yeah, I still think that CleanSpark is in competition for being the most undervalued miner. I'm going to go with Bitfarms as my number one most undervalued. So again, that doesn't mean I think they're the best Bitcoin mining company. I like most of these companies. It just means I think their price, there's more upside to their price than any other company right now. And I think in second place, in my opinion, would be Riot. And that's a company that at one point, my investment was all the way down to zero in them because I thought they were overvalued. Well, they've corrected so much that now I feel like they're undervalued.
DMG has some news out, by the way. You might want to do a thing on them about Petra platform or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I'll have to research.
Petra.
And
yeah.
Does anybody want me to do the research on DMG and see what's going on? Do you guys invest in DMG? do you guys invest in DigiHost? And if so, do you invest in any other of the smaller miners, I'll call it?
Lux.
Lux.
Don't forget Lux. Lux is my favorite. LUXX. This is not financial advice. By the way, there's one to still be, even when it looks like a good deal, I don't know if you should buy it, and that's Any. Just so you guys know, everybody's looking, seeing Any at a, negative, like 1.17 negative, and you're like, maybe we should buy Any.
Any was yep, Any was down. There was a couple that were red today. So I'll just give you a sneak preview of what I think. I'm worried that Any's going to run up prior to the merger, and it's going to be a sell the news situation. So, and it may not be as bad as it was going to be. At one point, I was worried it was going to be a disaster, but with Bitcoin taking the run that it just took, and Any just put out some huge news on purchase of miners. So I think those are going to mitigate. That was shaping up to be a potential disaster. I don't think it's going to be a disaster, but it still does scare me. So I think pre-merger it doesn't scare me, but the day that merges, maybe we all still remember what just happened to Gree. Merger day was one of the worst days ever in any stock. That was a catastrophe. So I'm not predicting that for Any, but I do worry about merger day for them.
By the way, DigiHost, I still hold it from $2.33, and I have 40,000 shares. I did not give up on them, just so you know. 233. That seems like forever and a day ago. I did not.
We picked
Tomorrow, Cipher's down. Yeah, I tried to buy some options, some puts on Cypress. I tried to back the bus up.
I will tell you guys, I do some of the short-term trading I do through options. So I'll hold my position in stock and I try not to adjust that. And if I want to get heavy in a position, I'll buy some options. And, on days like today, you can up 20+%. Yes, I did sell some of my Cipher options, but I didn't sell my stock.
So you keep separate accounts or something like that?
No, it's all in the same. I have 3 or 4 different accounts, but each account has a different mix. To me, those are 2 different things. The stock to me is a long-term investment for most of these. Most of these are buy and hold, in my opinion, for a long time, unless some fundamental thing changes in the Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining world. These, to me, are all wildly undervalued. So, and the only thing that I could see changing is some type of massive crash in Bitcoin. I don't expect any type of regulation to come in and change the game. The other catalysts that are ahead are all bullish. So, yeah, these are buy and holds for me. I do mess around and try to make a little extra money with the options, but so I will buy and sell those. And I did sell some Cipher options today.
Nice. Well, that's all I got. You got anything else?
No, that was it. I just wanted to go live today. We just hit our all-time high, so I know probably all you guys had a good day, hopefully, and made a bunch of money. And we'll see. Let's just take one last look. All right, so this candle just turned green a little bit here. So we seem to be hanging out at around 65.8. Maybe that's the pullback. And sorry,
maybe it is.
Maybe that's the pullback. Maybe we'll pull back and test our all-time high. That's the line I'm looking at. I'm really not looking at any lines below that from a pullback standpoint. Everything's so bullish right now that until I see a correction, I'm not expecting one.
Cool. Somebody asked real quick, what do you think of Square and its talk about a collective mining app? You know anything about it?
I would have to look more into that. I think that Square and a lot of these companies are. Who was I watching? They were talking. It was Meet Kevin. He was talking about the companies that have there's $9 trillion of exposure to Bitcoin, and he listed companies like Tesla and Square and Visa, but those are very indirect plays and very small plays. I will look into this collective mining app, but I need to look at it. I don't see how that could work. I don't see how a collective mining app could work versus the Bitcoin miner. Those machines are so powerful, it's staggering. They're literally, one machine is the equivalent of millions of irregular machines. So if we all connected our machines put together, it'd be like having one Bitcoin mining machine.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, cool. If nothing happens crazy tomorrow, we probably won't go live. We're probably waiting until Friday and go live again at what, you closing bell 4:00?
Yeah, 4:15 on Friday. I think
Okay,
is going to be our
4:15.
regular thing. This has been an exciting week, so we did a couple extra. And if you guys want more of these, they're fun for me. So let us know.
Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great night.
Thanks a lot. Good night.
Leave the miners at home, right? You get my joke?